This is my buddy Ashawat, and he's gonna help me talk about Pokemon. Or not. Okay, Mr. Ashawat. So today, I'm going to be talking about my Pokemon addiction, obsession, whatever you want to call it. It's, it's something interesting. I mean, as a kid, I have trauma. Don't know where this is going. Anyways, do I actually have trauma? Yes. Am I going to talk about that trauma? No, let's save that for therapy. But we're going to be talking about Pokemon and how fucking addicting that shit is, okay? Pokemon, to me, is like cocaine to people. Okay? Pokemon, to me, is one of the most addicting substances that isn't even a substance. Okay? The fact that I just buy, spend. Look it over here. It's this adorable Fire Me mouse plush. And its name is Cyndaquil. And it's at the thrift store for $3. What do you say? You're gonna toss those coins up? You're gonna throw the money out? Of course we will. Because it's Cyndaquil. It's a Pokemon plush from the early 2000s. It's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Until I stumble across another Pokemon plush, and then it's the second most adorable thing I've ever seen. But, you know, Pokemon is addicting, okay? I've bought pretty much everything Pokemon you can imagine, except Pokemon sex toys. I have not seen those. But pretty much Pokemon everything. Pokemon pajamas, Pokemon Oreos, Pokemon cards, toys, statues, stuffed animals, puzzles, games. You name it, I've probably bought it. Pokemon food? Yes, Pokemon Oreos. Pokemon tacos? Sorry, I haven't seen those, actually. Pokemon waffle maker? I'm not rich, but I can sure afford it. Will I buy it? No, because I don't really make waffles. I don't hate waffles, I just don't eat them that often. Unless I go to a hotel. You know those hotels that have those like 5-star, 3 to 5 star hotels that say, we have a continental breakfast. Here are your waffles. Here are your cereals. Here is your milk. And it's not expired. Wow. Just like the school's milk. Well, the school's milk. Don't trust school food. Never trust school food. It's like they're out to get you. They're out to poison you. I trust them. Well, I trust them more than I trust McDonald's. But that's another story. And while you might be about to say, don't hate on McDonald's, I have my own personal reasons to dislike McDonald's. I dislike what I dislike. You dislike what you dislike. We can agree on one thing. It's not healthy. We can agree on that. Am I still going to eat fast food? Of course I am. But this is getting way off track. We are talking about Pokemon, okay? I have not one, but two big old boxes of Pokemon cards. Am I going to make you sit and watch every single Pokemon card I flip through? No, I have too many to sit and do that. I used to have over 1,000 cards, and what did I do? I sold them. I packaged them up, and I sold them. Or I tried to sell them, but failed. Well, I think I actually sold one box of Pokemon cards. But that's besides the point. And not one of those boxes. I grabbed a piece of notebook paper, I grabbed some Pokemon cards, threw them together, and bam! Packaged them up, wrote on them, put a cute little sticker, threw them in a box, and shipped them off to who knows where. So, that's that. But you may be asking yourself, why does this dude like Pokemon so much? It all started, here's my origin story, back in the year 2000 something. I was a little kid running around outside, playing, riding my bike, and this neighbor boy, his name was Caden, he'd come riding down the block without any shoes on. He'd ride his bike barefoot, which my mom always got concerned about, like, hey kid, you shouldn't be riding barefoot, that's dangerous, that's bad for your feet, blah, blah, blah. But this kid, he had a Pokemon card collection, so he grabbed his binder, he showed me, and he's like, check out my collection. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And he hands me 2 cards, and he's like, here, take these cards. And he gave me a Pikachu, and an electric energy. The electric energy was an e-reader one. So if I were to have a little Game Boy Advance and an e-reader, swipey swipe swipe, I could use that. But I did not. So instead, I just kept it. The Pikachu card, however, I traded it away because I was a child who was an idiot. But I did trade I did get a Pikachu like that one back. The one with the little purple stripes on its back, even though Pikachu has brown stripes, not purple stripes on its back, depending on the version you watch. But if you watch the version where the anime, I don't think Pikachu has stripes in the anime. I don't think so. Maybe it does. But besides the point, Pokemon has been a part of my life forever. And you might just think, well, that's just some stupid Japanese card game. Oh, it's more than a card game, sweetie. It's video games, it's cards, it's toys, it's movies, it's books. Cards, toys, movies, books, food. All of which I seem to have. This is a 3DS cable. Interesting. Okay. Right below my feet. Wonderful. But this is my mental health buddy. This is my Squishmallow. His name is Grayson. And I love him. And he sleeps with me every night, rather than my Pokemon stuffed animals. But last night, I was at my camper, and Grayson was not there. He was gone. Where did I do? Where did I put him? I left him right in my bed. So what did I do? I grabbed the second best thing I could. I grabbed my stuffed animal, a Flareon, a Build-A-Bear Flareon, so even better. A flaming fire Pokemon, another fire Pokemon, for those of you who are not Pokemon people. A little fox with flames on its head and a fiery tail. That's Flareon. Google it. You'll see. Google the Build-A-Bear, and you'll see even more. Why I love that thing. And slept with it, cuddled with it. I don't care if I'm a freaking teenager. I still love my stuffed animals, okay? I have ADHD. We'll blame it on that. We'll blame my childishness on either trauma or ADHD. ADHD for the win. But besides that, that's why I'm probably so addicted to Pokemon, is because I can't stop buying these cards. I have so many freaking memories attached to them. I have 2 binders. One of them is completely destroyed. I had to duct tape it back together, and it's still falling apart. But my stubborn ass can't just buy a new binder or throw them into a different one, because then, oh my god, it's not the red binder I've had my entire life to collect those damn Pokemon cards that I found in my dad's garage. Who knows when? I cannot get rid of that stupid binder because I love it too much, so I decorated it with stickers and duct tape instead. That's my solution, instead of just buying a new one. Buy a new one, they say. No, it's too precious. Unless I get this one Pokemon binder from the 90s. And it's this binder and has a Snorlax and it's got some other Pokemon on it. I've seen pictures of it. I want that binder. If I can get that binder, if I can get my grubby little paws on that binder is mine. I'll think about transferring them to another binder, and it would be that binder specifically. But who keeps their binders in such good condition? And why are mine so destroyed? Is it because I flip through them aggressively? Is it because I admire the cards in my bed, stare at them for hours on end, organizing and trading and playing with them? Do I trade anymore? No, because the only people that are into Pokemon are children and creepy adults. Okay, not all of them are creepy adults, but around here, the only people that are into Pokemon are children and creepy adults. I have not met a person my age who is into Pokemon the way that I seem to get into it. It's weird. If anything, they'll be into the anime, but the version of it now, that's barely an anime. That is such a kid's show. They ruined Pokemon. Okay, this is controversial, but Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, like Pokemon kind of controversial. I hate what they did with the voice actors. They swapped out Brock's voice actor. They swapped out Ash's voice actor. What the fuck were they doing? And then they either gave them new ones or switched them back after that, because what the fuck? Why would you? Brock had such a good voice. Ash had such a good voice, and you just swap them? like nobody's business. Hello, you're ruining the franchise. We get it. Brock is going through a certain point in his life, but he had a deep voice already. Why would you do that? Ash, maybe they were just trying to give him a deeper voice just to signify changes. But he's infinitely 10. So he goes from a 10-year-old, right? To supposedly what seems to be a 14, 16-year-old, but even though he's still 10 because of Ho-Oh, the legendary Pokemon in episode 1 or 2, because of that, and now he's back to like an 8-year-old. Okay, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? What the fuck? What happened? They ruined such a good show. They had it going good, okay? For the Alola one, the animation style, how it changed, I was okay with that. I didn't hate it. It did reflect the video game, so that's good. Maybe they were just trying to stay consistent with that art style. Did I think Ash looked a little weird at first? Of course I did. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Ash? But now I look at the Pokemon Journeys, Pokemon Go, Journeys, Pokemon Journeys, the more recent episodes, and I'm like, what the fuck? What did they do to Ash's face? His eyes are the size of Disney princess eyes. He's got enormous eyes. What the fuck happened? They broke him. They literally broke Ash Ketchum. Ash fucking Ketchum is not supposed to look creepy, and now he does. What did they do? But that's besides the point. I just can't shake Pokemon, and that's a fact.